Chapter 23, Shore Lunch. Ruth expertly kneaded bannock dough in a large metal pot beside the swiftly flowing river. Her daughter Jennifer tended the small cooking fire, carefully feeding it dry sticks to keep the flames steady. The grassy shoreline featured flat limestone rocks, their smooth surfaces serving as a makeshift countertop. As I watched them work, a thought struck me. This very spot had likely been used for thousands of years by generations of indigenous ancestors. Perhaps even Ruth and Jennifer's own forebears had once prepared meals in this exact spot, their hands shaping bannock dough much like Ruth's were now. The spring walleye run was a highly anticipated event in Sandy Lake, a welcome seasonal tradition. With fish running plentiful in May, it was a well-earned reward after the leaner diet of the winter. That year, in 1986, the river was teeming with life, and our fishing party of 6 was eager to take part in the feast. There were no fancy fishing rods, no high-tech reels, and certainly no Bass Pro camouflage gear. We fished with the simplest tackle, yet the experience rivaled anything a professional TV angler might capture on film. The trick was to cast deep, letting the leaded jig lure sink to the riverbed, where the walleye gathered. But walleye weren't the only fish lurking below. The jackfish, that is pike, were aggressive and would often strike first. At any other time of the year, a jack would be a welcome catch, delicious in its own right. But this was walleye season, and we weren't about to settle. Many a jackfish was tossed back, and we waited for the prize walleye to bite. Rods bent under the weight of fighters, and even 20-pound test line wasn't enough. Large walleye were known to snap lines, shake off hooks, and refuse to land without a battle. As the fishing continued, Ruth melted half a brick of Baystore lard in a blackened cast iron pan. It sent thick and comforting in the cool spring air. Once the bannock was golden and crisp, fresh walleye fillets were added to the sizzling pan, their flesh crackling as they touched the hot oil. Nothing compares to the flavor of shore-fried walleye, tender, flaky, and kissed by the wild. It's the taste that imprints itself on your memory, a flavor forever tied to the experience of living off the land. As I sat there, enjoying each bite, I looked out over the endless river, its waters so full of life that the entire reserve could never fish it empty. I thought about the true meaning of a sustainable environment, about the importance of keeping these rivers clean, unpolluted, and free-flowing. A few years after leaving Sandy Lake, Jeanne and I decided to return for a visit. For us, it was a chance to reconnect with old friends, to relive old memories, and to experience the land once more. But our arrival sparked confusion. The people of Sandy Lake were puzzled, not because they weren't happy to see us, but because no former teachers had ever returned. Once they left, they were simply never heard from again. Even more bewildering was the fact that we had chosen Sandy Lake as a vacation destination. The idea of someone willingly returning, not for work, not to earn money, but just to visit, was unprecedented. Decades have passed since. Teachers have come and gone, leaving behind no trace but the memories in their students they taught. Yet even now, thanks to the reach of social media, I still sometimes manage to keep in touch with old friends in Sandy Lake, a place that will always feel like a part of me.